There you go.
There it is.
There's the winner. Look at that.
Back. Good. We have a jam.
Showdown.
Yankees 12, Red Sox 11.
He's gone. He could go all the way.
No hay arquero. ¿Quién le pega? ¡Golazo! ¡Gol!
Well, there's a long ball through, and
Oh my God, an insane goal! I've just seen.
Play ball.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Earth2 Sports Talk with Weds and Mo. I am, of course, Mr. Crosby, and alongside me to do this show this week, unfortunately, Weds. Before we got on this, I have to bring this to the show because maybe if I don't bring this to the show, I just need changes. This changes that's supposed to be happening around the in-house changes, and it doesn't seem like it's taking effect. Wetson, if I have to remind you again this week to use pool host, the title of the show might change. That's all I'm saying. And with that, on that note, we are here to talk Week 6 of NFL season and talk about some Week 7 picks, and then we're probably gonna do the parlays for Week 7 as well, because we didn't get to do them last week because we ran out of time, because we spent a lot of time talking about a lot of stuff that happened in the season in the episode. Actually, we might not get to do them again this week because I'm going to bring in a surprise topic that I think I'd like to start with. But first, hey Weds, how are you doing? Let's do a little mental health check. Let's see what you've been up to. How was your weekend? How you doing?
I was good until you started out being petty as hell. Like I don't know why. Like, especially when these things you could say beforehand, via text, phone call. You wait till you hit live, then you're like, oh yeah, let me bring this up now.
Of course, because I feel like these are
You're
things
not
that
a
if
good person. You're not a good person.
Wow, only because I asked you to use pool host that I took time out of my day to create for the show. I'm not a good person. Wow, do you hear how he talks to me? Okay. Anyways, it looks like you're doing well. So we're just gonna move on to the topic that the first two, because we have two topics before we talk about football today. The first one is Tom Brady. I don't have a graphic. I do have a graphic, but I don't feel like using a graphic. I'm just gonna go into it. Tom Brady called out the NFL this week and said the league might be getting softer, in the past 20 years. I have a lot to say about this, but I'm not gonna go first.
Actually, you should.
No. I'm gonna let you talk about your GOAT, because that's your GOAT. So you go ahead and take this one.
First of all, that's the GOAT for
that's
your
GOAT.
NFL GOAT. Like, can you name somebody better?
Potato. Like,
no, name somebody better.
Tomato, potato.
Name the GOAT. If not him,
see, you're distracting from talking.
No,
about
if not him, then who?
Bro, Tom Brady said the NFL is soft. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. Well, he's right. The NFL has gotten soft. Like, here's what I'm saying with that. Like, because I don't know if you remember, like, this is probably maybe 9 months or a year ago when we had a show when Jake was on, and he had mentioned, he had said the same thing. He was like, oh yeah, because football, is so much softer than it used to be.
We're not seeing a lot of CTE anymore.
I'm like, yeah, you know what else has gone down? CTEs, brain damage, and those are all things that that's gone down. So getting softer is not a bad thing. Like, right. Once upon a time, dads, telling the kids they love them, was an anomaly. Like hugging your child was an anomaly because it's like, oh, fathers, be super strong and don't show emotions. Meanwhile, now I apologize to mine if I'm wrong. So being soft is not bad.
Are you Haitian?
I am Haitian, actually. But I'm also not, that kind of Haitian, like where it's like, oh man.
Haitian man is apologizing to his child? That is
yes.
so unheard of.
Yes. It's like imagine it's like a Nigerian man not being a scammer. Like it's it's unheard of. But
I mean, you are the scammer. Like, do we have to
so
talk about this again?
no.
Okay,
So I'm saying.
nice
So with
try.
that being said, like so no. Here's what I'm saying. In terms of the NFL, getting soft. Like first of all, Brady had to realize that the NFL being soft benefited him. Benefited him, especially in his later in his career. Again, absolutely the greatest of all time. There's no question about it. At least not in my mind. And if anybody has questions about it, I don't understand why. So as far as it goes, like, yeah, I get it. The NFL's gotten soft. Yeah, but soft is not a bad thing. Soft means longevity is like players are playing longer. Guys are able to leave the game and not be in a wheelchair.
Unless you're a running back. But go ahead,
Hmm?
sorry. So
Well,
unless you're a running back.
listen.
I'm
We
sorry.
can't fix it. We
Yeah,
can't fix everything. We can't fix everything.
that was petty.
Like
My bad.
it's gonna take some time. But so as far as the game has gotten soft. Like first of all, bro, like why don't you shut up and go play golf? Like, bro, you retired. You got 7 rings. You've done enough. You have nothing else to prove. Shut up. Go play golf. So yeah, that's it.
I mean, so this is my take on it. The league has gotten softer, and if you think about the league has gotten softer in two ways. In 2 weeks, we've seen Patrick Mahomes almost get depleted by two separate players. I think one was a Broncos player, the other was a Jets player.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost looked like he was gonna die. Like if this was James Harrison's NFL, Troy Polamalu's NFL, Ed Reed's NFL, Sean Taylor's NFL, Patrick Mahomes might be sitting on the sideline for a couple of
Lawrence Taylor's NFL, Reggie White's,
right. So the league has gone softer where they want to protect their, primary stars, right? So in that sense, I can agree. But in the other sense of, hey, as you said, we've seen less CTE, less long-term injuries. Like, I think Lawrence Taylor's most famous injury is on what's his name, Randall Cunningham, right? Put his made his leg go into a 90-degree angle, that thing. And then the thing that happened to Brady, the thing that happened to Carson Palmer, all those things are kind of like they're not completely out of the game because accidents do happen.
Yeah.
But a lot of those unnecessary, like, oh, is a bigger running back, so like a Brandon Jacobs, go for his ankles or go for his knees. Those things are kind of cut out the game because that is a penalty and that is a fine, and you're going to be coming out your pockets. James Harrison, to me, retired not because he couldn't play football anymore, because I believe James Harrison could play football. It started to hurt his pockets.
First of all, I saw this man like lifting like last year.
I think he can still play today. Okay, James Harrison can still play elite football today. I don't think he retired because the game has passed me, because the game did pass him, but not in the sense of like skill level. The game passed him in the sense of you can't play like how you play. That's not the style of
and
play
learning a whole new style of play when you're a player of that caliber.
At that age,
you've made your bread and, your way of playing is your bread and butter.
Yeah.
When you get to that point, it's like this game is no longer for me.
It's not my game anymore. So with that said, yes, I'm glad the game got softer. It might make me consider putting my children to play football. When I played in high school, the expression is, oh, rub some dirt on it, or, oh man, you can just shake it off, you can get back in there, or how bad is it, or how many fingers do you see,
can you still go, I'm leaving it up to you, can you still go, type of thing.
As young players who wanted to make a team, who wanted a scholarship, who, again, you're at the NFL level,
who's just prideful as hell.
Yes. Or you're at the NFL level saying, damn, if I don't continue this week, or if I don't play next week, I might not see another season for this team. Yeah. This is like my life right now. You're going to go back in the game and,
Yeah.
So I'm glad that certain things are cut. But my thing with Brady saying what he said, this is the only time so in those two phases, the game has gotten softer. But my thing with Brady saying what he said is, a lot of the rule changes and a lot of the game going soft can be attributed to one Thomas Edward Patrick Brady second, the third junior.
The third.
Yeah,
Not
the
second, the third.
Yeah, I said second, the third junior. It doesn't matter, whichever number he is.
If he's third, then he wouldn't be the third junior.
The
He would be
fourth,
second
whatever.
junior.
The second junior. So like
Yes.
a lot of those rules changes could be accredited to him. So I don't see how you can sit at where you sit from, like you said, shut up and go play golf, and not think introspectively and say to yourself, "Dang, did I affect a lot of the rule changes?" Because that is some self thinking that you don't do, bro. Like you're not sitting there saying to yourself, like, could this have been me? What did I do? Were they trying to protect? Because with him, Peyton Manning, and a lot of those, like, because Cam Newton didn't get those same protections Brady got. Ben Roethlisberger didn't get the same protections he got. Aaron Rodgers might not have gotten the same protections Brady got. If you could move out of the pocket, you were not going to get the same Brady protections. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, maybe Drew Brees. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Those guys,
those
prototypical
pocket,
like stay in the pocket quarterbacks. Those guys, yeah.
At some point in their career, when the NFL started saying, "Hey, Peyton Manning is a moneymaker for the NFL because if he throws 6,000 yards this season, if Peyton Manning misses 3 games this season, he might not throw 6,000 yards. We might not be able to sell tickets. You know what? So let's limit how you hit the quarterback." Damn, Brady was out for a season. New England didn't make the playoffs. Tom Brady wasn't their quarterback.
Like losing New England after that season for a whole year, losing Brady.
I mean, he is. I think Brady more so. I think Brady's the white Jordan, because you might have a problem with why I'm saying this. And in terms of a lot of rule changes in the 90s when it came to hand checking and clotheslining niggas and going for layups, was because one Michael Jeffries Jordan did not like it, and he talked to the commissioner about it. And guess what? Certain things changed. Anyways, back to Brady. If you weren't a prototypical pocket passing quarterback, you did not benefit from some of these changes, because guess what? If you look at the game now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pocket quarterbacks are having a field day, right? Running quarterbacks are even getting it better. Are still not getting it as good, but they're, it's changing for them.
Yeah.
If you're a running quarterback, say like Josh Allen, do you think Josh Allen gets some of those benefits? Yes, he does. Patrick Mahomes gets a lot of those benefits, and he's a scrambler type quarterback. Yeah. Russell Wilson doesn't, because he is he's the new age scrambling with, extending of the play.
It seems like as far as running quarterbacks go, it was like after, in terms of at an elite level, after Vic, the next best thing we got was Russ.
Yeah, and they let Russ cook. But
yeah,
the reason Russ left Seattle was because at some point that offensive line did not care for him anymore, and he just kept getting basted. So ultimately, I don't like the fact that Tom Brady doesn't have enough self-reflection to sit down and say, I may have caused some of the rules changes, and I might be maybe part of the reason why the league might be getting soft, especially again in the quarterback position. I'm pretty sure if we go back to the receiver position, we can see how it might be because of AB and Vontaze Burfict or fucking James Harrison, why certain receivers, why certain receivers don't, why now receivers is like defenseless receiver, or you can't hit a receiver a certain way coming across the field anymore. So I don't think Vic used to get hit out of the fucking pocket. Vic would get hit when he's sliding. Vic would get hit running out of bounds. I think one of Vic's injuries that he missed a lot of time with, he was running out of bounds, and someone tried to tackle him and took his ankle and said, "Nah," gave him the ankle lock. So like, I think Tom Brady, to me, doesn't have the ability to sit down and say some of the things he's saying, and that's the only problem I have with what he said.
Well,
but he did make a point in 2 phases, and I gave you my 2 phases earlier when we started it.
No, the thing is, something about it though is like, I notice this a lot, especially in athletes. Like once they're out of the game, they think whatever they say is valid.
Yes, they don't get
It's
to.
not-
You don't get to
it's
see it anymore. It's like you don't
especially
see the field and the game anymore. It's weird. I don't
especially
understand it.
especially when they were at a certain level, on there, on a certain level, of talent in the
Mhm,
game.
mhm.
That once they retire, they feel like whatever they say should be valid or should be
Yeah,
considered.
I mean,
Meanwhile,
go ahead, go ahead.
here's the thing. And I'm saying though, and while I agree in terms of like they have a level of expertise in the game that some of us will never have, most
Mhm.
of us don't have. But at the same time, though, when you're saying something, we can see it too. We can see it at the same time you can. And the
Right,
difference is like if we go back, like because one thing about especially now with the internet, we don't forget anything.
1000% drunk.
We don't forget
We
anything.
don't forget anything. You're right.
Like so, which means so now when you complain like, oh, the league has gotten soft, and then we go back and find a player or in
Yeah, we can find
2013.
tape, bro. We can find
Oh yeah,
tape.
no, no, that's
A
what I'm saying.
lot
So
of
I'm like,
tape on Tom
so I'm
Brady for
saying
him to
something
say
like,
that.
we found
Matter of
one.
fact, last season he got
When you were
sacked and they threw a flag. What?
when you were whining about a flag for a play that you felt was wrong. So the thing is though, like I said, a lot of times these guys do lack the amount of like
Perspective,
the perspective to like step back and look at it outside of themselves.
right? And
Like because and one guy and in terms of like sports talk that's really good with it, that's is JJ Redick. Especially like when he talks,
yes,
he's able
he's
to take
able
himself
to
completely
take himself
out of the game
out of the game and
and
we
look
can
at it in
just
a
talk
whole broad
about
perspective. So I'm like,
basketball, right?
yeah.
Right, and I
So
love how objective he sounds sometimes. Like we
yeah,
clown Paul Pierce all the time, but the reason Paul
yeah.
Pierce gets clowned in sports talk really is because
Mhm.
he can't see the forest for the trees. He can't see the game outside of himself. It's
Yeah.
him. Yeah. You know what? I wanted to talk about what Drunk said.
Anthony's always sort of violent.
Exactly. I remember that. And now players get to wear like number 1, 0, and stuff like that. Like those things have changed. Tom Brady was like, defense has to wear a certain number, offense has to wear a certain number. Like it's funny for him to say that when he was playing and then pull out of when you're not playing. So the thing I didn't necessarily didn't like about what what's his name did, Steve Smith Jr.
Mhm.
If you want to call a player out, because this
Mhm.
is Steve Smith did it, and I think Dante Whitner did it. Dante Whitner called
Yeah.
Dak trash, bro. Like you're not a Hall of Fame player, bro. For Dante Whitner,
Mhm.
Steve Smith is a Hall of Fame wide receiver, or going to be a Hall of Fame wide receiver. So like
Mhm.
that is fine, but I think there's ways you can call young players out without making them look bad. And I think Steve Smith didn't like the way Jerry Jeudy spoke to him. So he thought like, if I say it like this, I'm going to teach him a lesson. And next time I talk to him, I mean, obviously he went out that, was it Thursday night,
Mhm.
and didn't do well. Jerry Jeudy didn't do well. And because he didn't do well, everyone's like, oh, Steve Smith knew what he was talking about. Yes, Steve Smith is he's a great wide receiver. He's not top 10 in anything. If we're being very honest, he's not. But
No, he's not.
He's not.
But the thing is,
But in his own right,
Mhm.
he was for his size, and he was. I mean, he balled pretty much.
Okay.
I just don't think I didn't like how he did what he went about and did what he did. So I think it's funny how we spent like this early part of the episode calling out older players. I think because the next thing, did you want to go? Because I was about to transition into the next topic.
Oh no. Yeah, I want to say something about that first. The thing about like what Steve Smith said though,
He wasn't wrong.
I understand. Like in terms of like
it to that guy on national TV like that.
I understand Jerry
Try them, bro.
Jeudy. I understand Jerry Jeudy feeling some type of way about it. I understand that honestly. I do because again, it's a human reaction. It's a human emotion.
Especially a young guy like that. Like, come on, man.
It's a human thing.
If you call me out like on a public platform,
yeah,
I don't.
Also,
I could choose not to speak to you.
Yeah, no. Like I said, his reaction was a human one, and it's fair. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But at the same time, though, you have to realize that there's a certain level of like scrutiny that comes with the game that you cannot escape. Okay, like.
Yo,
that's hilarious. No, but so you talk because he would have cracked him. That's hilarious. But first of all, yeah, he can touch Tyreek. Okay, but the thing is, though,
facts. Facts. Like
as far as Jerry Jeudy goes, I'm like, if you were the second receiver picked in that draft, and if you look at the next 5 guys drafted after him, including CeeDee Lamb, I think Adams, like if you look at the guys drafted, I think the only guys got drafted ahead of him, I think was Henry Ruggs in that season. And everybody that got drafted after him, they've all had a better career so far. Which to some extent, like it's not entirely his fault because he's played with some mid QBs. I understand. But at the same time, though, you can't get mad for being called out when you were the second receiver picked in the draft, and everybody, like the next 5 guys after you, have all outplayed you. So, which means you have been mid for the very,
Yo, Anthony really has energy for a lot of people.
I told you, Anthony's violent, bro. So as far as it goes, like, bro, you're mid. If you're gonna talk, if you're gonna sit there and be in your feelings, do better. Show me on the field. Don't tell me how you feel. Show me how you feel.
That's fine. But Wetson, this is again my thing, right? I'm not mad that he told Steve Smith, I ain't got no words for you. Get out my face, N-word, or whatever Steve Smith that he said to him, because we don't know.
Yeah.
Steve Smith should have expected that. I think Steve Smith saw himself as like, I'm the elder statesman of wide receivers. No, you're not, bro.
No.
If Randy Moss had called Jerry Jeudy out, I think there's a difference in how Jerry Jeudy would have interacted with a Randy Moss, with a Megatron, with even an Ocho, compared to, say, a Steve Smith. I think there's a level of, as you said earlier when you said pride, there's a level of pride. I can believe that. I can believe that.
Even if that's the case, the thing is, though, we cannot talk about what ifs, like, because what ifs do nothing for me.
I mean, they don't, but I could believe that. So, like, my thing is, Steve Smith should have expected the reaction. I think he wanted him to be like, you know what, Steve, please show me how to do this. No, you don't get to call me out on your show very publicly and say some shit about me and then expect me to now dap you up in real life. That's not how it works all the time.
No. In that regard, I need Steve Smith to understand that the same energy you put out there, if you
it's the same energy you're gonna get back.
You don't get you don't get to expect otherwise, because if this is what you put out, then whatever you get in return, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Like, so when he went back on the show said what he said,
like if we do a show right now, bro. If somebody come out and we say some more stuff on the show, and somebody come out and say something.
I ain't like what Mo and Wed said about me on their show.
It is what it is.
I mean, cool. What we do. Okay, next.
Yeah. So it's like,
what you expect me to be like? Yeah, I said what I said because you're a jag, just another guy, bro. Don't drag him like that. He's still a man at the end of the day. Steve Smith. Yeah. You see, the thing about me and Steve Smith is that he always feels like he can fight anybody, and I love that for him, bro. Steve Smith could probably fight anybody. So, like, you know what? More power to you, Steve. But since we are on the Broncos, and this is a topic. Since it's funny, since we're on the Broncos and since we are on the topic of Tom Brady, let's talk about this real quick. So this is a legendary coach, Sean Payton, against the Kansas City Chiefs on I think was it Sunday Night Football? No, Thursday Night Football. I wanted to ask you, Wetson. So we're looking at a very weird NFL where legendary coaches are struggling. Ron Rivera is struggling. Your guy. Your guy. Belichick struggling. Sean Payton struggling. Who else? Let me see. What other? Jack Del Rio's defense is nowhere to be found. So like all these
legendary... and Andy Reid's team look like the rest of saving them every season.
Right.
Every game.
So the question right now to you, Wetson, is because we've kind of almost talked about this, but we've never like gone in depth about this, right? Legendary players and legendary coaches. Who makes who? Because for the longest, you remember the Tom Brady thing was he's playing for Belichick. He's in a system. He must be doing great, right? Sean Payton in New Orleans. It's a system with Drew Brees. Sean Payton, he's making Drew Brees look better than he's supposed to be. Ron Rivera in Carolina. He's making Cam Newton so much better. And you go back to you remember VY10 in Tennessee? what they said about him. And then you take Jack Del Rio back to the you take Jack Del Rio back to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and everyone is saying Jack Del Rio is a defensive guru. He's defensive, but look at Jacksonville's defense without a Jack Del Rio for X amount of years. They look just as good. New England cannot buy a win. It's like when Brady left, the money that they used to buy the wins because now they want to stop paying players is gone because Tom Brady used to take a lot of pay cuts. I will talk about Coach Mike McCarthy from Green Bay. Oh, he's making Aaron Rodgers look good, and he left, and Rodgers didn't, look better or decent. Hasn't really dropped off. But then if you look at Mike McCarthy's been struggling in Dallas. So the question, I'll agree with you on that, Anthony. So the question now is, legendary coaches, legendary players, who makes who? Let's start with you.
Bro, one thing I hated for the longest, like one thing I've hated for the longest, and it wasn't because like I'm a Brady fan.
Damn, I'm kind of cooking this episode, but go ahead, my bad.
No, you on points, bro. The last 2 weeks you've been on it, bro. I told you this already, bro.
What?
You've been.
I changed my diet. That's what it is. I changed my diet. I got a new car, so my head is just like in a different.
It is better. Okay. Yeah. So you know what? All right. You know what? I might need to do the same so I can be on point like you are, because I'm trying to get like you. So yeah. No, but the thing is though, like I've been saying this for the longest, and people be like, "Oh, it's because you're a Brady fanboy," and you said this too. Like oh, it's because Brady. Brady's like, I'm like, yo, first of all, I don't care how great of a coach you are. You can put together the absolute best system, best game plan, imaginable. You could have the,
It just hit
he
me.
definitely did.
It just hit me. Like the past 2 weeks, you missed it. The last did he miss it? Oh, he was here last week. I've been in the kitchen. You know what I'm talking about? Let Mo cook. Hold on.
You got it, bro. Yeah. So with that being said, like I've seen like, what was I saying? Oh no, about the coaches, right? But like a lot of times, these coaches, be told like they're larger than life. They could do anything with stuff like that. They put together the greatest game plan. But if I put together, like I think there was a comedian who made a skit about this. Like if I put together a game plan for Peyton Manning and I got Cooper Manning, that game plan ain't gonna work.
Right.
If I'm over here, I'm a quarterback. I'm hitting the ball thinking I got Barry Sanders behind me, but instead, I got Stephen Ridley. It's probably not gonna be it's not gonna be a great turnout. So because of that, like no matter how good a coach is, a lot of times you have to realize like somebody has to go out and execute that. And one guy that was good at executing that because he played with very little ego. In terms of he played with little ego, he took pay cuts, was Brady. First of all, Brady, like for years, they give Brady like the most mid guys.
You gassing, man. You just
bro.
You can't wait to talk about no ego, Tom Brady. My bad. Go ahead.
You asked a question, bro. This is your question.
I know.
This is your question, bro.
I know. Okay, I just wish you didn't start it off with Tom Brady, but go ahead.
Except I didn't. I started with Drew Brees. I started with like we started with everywhere else. So I'm saying when I mention it, like, because for example, right, for years, Brady had like a true number one, like elite receiver.
One time,
only
three times. Like, I mean, just the one player, right?
Yeah, the one player, like, which is Moss. After that, everybody else, he's had was guys that just so happened to look good because of the chemistry, how he played with them and stuff like that. So, and again, who was the best receiver Drew Brees ever had?
Marcus Colston. Yeah, Marcus Colston. And then can guard Mike came later, slant man. But like
and he had
Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham for some years. It's like, yo.
And then Jimmy Graham went to Seattle and did nothing.
Yeah. So it's like a lot of times these guys talk about these coaches.
Oh yeah, Tom Brady had Gronk.
Hmm?
Tom Brady had Gronk and Aaron Hernandez 1 year, bro. Like
1 year.
Understand how insane let's just imagine a world where Aaron Hernandez wasn't a gangbanging blood killer, right?
Mhm.
I think the Patriots win at least 2 more rings, bro.
Bro, did I send you that video of these guys? These guys were like on a podcast, just like like they were a podcast, and they were
Oh
talking.
shit!
And this guy asked a question. He was like, yo, if you could find any athlete,
Mhm.
like if you could like give one athlete a redo, why receivers not played though?
No, he was though. Because let's think about it. Marcus Colston was good for like maybe 6 seasons straight. Like he was automatic good for 6 seasons straight, and then just fell
That's
out.
it.
Like
That's
just
it.
went
Yeah.
somewhere. Like no one
Yeah.
knows where he went. He just went out. Like, but like honestly, I just want to think of a world where Tom Brady had Aaron Hernandez and Gronk for multiple seasons, bro. I think
No. I got to finish telling you this one though. I think I sent you the video. Jesus Christ, yo,
it's
why
not
is he
how I
like this?
thought. It's not how I
No,
thought this episode was gonna go. I thought this was about to be
no,
like smart.
it's most definitely not.
They're going in.
But like, no, but he made this video where he's like, if you can give one athlete a redo, who would you give a redo to?
Oh
And
yeah,
the guy was like, oh, Aaron Hernandez. He goes, of all the sports in all the world, of all the athletes who could have had a redo, whether it's like McGrady, Brandon Roy, or guys whose career has got cut short,
Greg Oden,
guys whose career got cut short. He's like, you choose the double murderer. You want to give him a career, and then he goes, yeah, well, you never know. He could have had, he could have had a better career. He goes, yeah. Oh, he could have been worse because a redo doesn't mean he's going to make it be better. He could have been worse.
He could have been worse. He could have had more murders under his belt.
More bodies. Like,
Technically, Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis. That's all I'm gonna say.
But we know, bro. We know. Like,
you got to be a preacher at the end of the day. Ray Lewis became a preacher and a man of God, and that's probably why he's
Aaron Hernandez doubled down. That's a problem. He didn't repent,
like, right? No, but like honestly, like that's the point. If we sorry, we went on a tangent.
Well,
but
we good, man.
Back on point, 1000%. I think great players make coaches look even better because unless you're Andy Reid, because for some fucking reason. He just happens to always have the perfect system everywhere or the perfect players everywhere. He doesn't put himself in the player coach conversation because in the Eagles, he had Donovan McNabb and the high flying Eagles for the longest.
And CO
at some point. Yeah. And then, now he's in Kansas City. He took Alex Smith to, I think,
conference championship game.
Yeah, conference championship game. Yeah. And now, God blessed him with. He's like, what? God is like, what? I'm tired of giving you the toughest battle, so I'm just gonna give you the next coming of Christ, and just go to work. And that's the biggest blessing you can ever receive. So it's like he was down on his knees every night praying. And God was like, what? Go ahead.
What's our hierarchy of like God's favorite sons? Because
at this point, that should be changing, bro. Brady is retired, so. Let's just say that drops him a couple pegs, right?
Yeah. So now let's say he's number 4 now or 5. So now it's definitely got to be like LeBron and then Mahomes.
It's LeBron, Mahomes. Yes, that's just what it is.
Yeah, so it's like Jesus, LeBron, Mahomes, and then Brady.
Brady, yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan though. You see, this is the tricky part about Kyle Shanahan, right? Mm-hmm. Because while he does make certain players look good, he messed up one of my favorite college players. And I feel like he just got traded to the Cowboys at the beginning of the season.
Oh, Trey Lance?
Trey Lizzie. I like Trey Lance. I thought he might have had a decent NFL career, but like I just think, okay, whatever. This is not what we're talking about. But yeah, while I do like Kyle Shanahan, I just think he's a little tricky in that mixed bag because, okay, you might have stumbled across a great player in Brock not so sturdy Purdy. But like, no, I got to take away some sturdy from him. Like maybe take his Timberland boots away because he's not really sturdy. He wasn't sturdy last week. That's all I'm gonna say. We'll get into that.
He don't have Timbs. He plays in San Francisco. He plays in what do you call it? Up there in San Francisco, bro. Come on, he ain't got no Timbs.
Bro, it's possible. It's possible. It's very
not
possible.
probable.
Anyway, but yeah, it's and then if we go back, say like we look at Russell Wilson and his situation in Seattle, that might be a situation where a coach, kind of molded a player into something, took his strengths and made it bigger. But Russell Wilson still was the guy on the field making things happen. Yeah. There were times when plays broke down and Russell Wilson cooked and made things happen. Dang, why everybody going in on Trey Lance like this, bro? That's not nice. That's really not nice. I don't like that. Bro, but no, this is a great comment. Andy Reid didn't turn to mold because learning how to utilize new prototype players like a Deshaun and a LaShawn McCoy is the reason why he's still good, because he's getting to do that again. I mean, he was blessed with Tyreek Hill at one point, and he still got LaShawn. I think that's why LaShawn came down to play for Kansas, to play in Kansas City with him. But ultimately, you turn Alex Smith into a conference championship player, you get him paid. But then now we're talking about these legendary coaches, Bill Belichick.
That shouldn't be breaking news. Derrick Henry should have been out of there since last season, bro.
Right. You look at Sean Payton, Ron Rivera, because the one great season Ron Rivera had, that's the Super Bowl season with Cam Newton. That was all Cam Newton.
Cam had a monster season that season, bro.
Like the only thing that would have made that season better for Cam is winning that Super Bowl. Yes. Yeah. And I think that would have kept Cam playing in the NFL a little bit longer.
Yeah. 100%.
If you look at in the case of Bill Belichick, you lose your prize horse, and because I think there was a little fracture between the two of them. Towards the tail end of
because Brady spent 20 years and people he realized that people kept praising Belichick's genius and over Belichick's system,
his ability,
over him being like, bro, except for him literally making things happen, like with guys like Chris Hogan and James White type of thing, bro. Chris Hogan I think he was a college freaking Starbucks barista before he got in the NFL. Like he played lacrosse in college.
Didn't they have a receiver that played for them one year, won a Super Bowl, went to Seattle, did nothing, and came right back? I forget his name. I forget his name.
Amendola.
No, not
Amendola. No, it was Amendola.
Not a white boy. It was black.
Who was it? Do you think great coaches who can be attached to a superstar are technically better than like a John Gruden wants to? Okay, that's a valid question.
That's what I was thinking about. Deion Branch left after winning the Super Bowl, got paid, went to Seattle, did absolutely nothing, and came right back running to Belichick. Let me win another Super Bowl and retire. Get the fuck out of here. Like Brady made him, and then Sean Payton. And then Sean Payton is a tricky one because they came together at the same time, right? Because that's when Drew had just left. He told the Chargers to kick rocks because you drafted another quarterback. Right,
Super Bowl, that's true though. He definitely is a Super Bowl MVP though. Like he won MVP. Do you know how?
Okay, let me not disrespect. Let me to win a Super Bowl MVP and not be able to show your worth after that.
Yes. So again, and so I know you hate when I know you hated it when I mentioned the no ego Brady. I'm like, bro, he played with no ego because he would sit there play with guys and be like, yo.
I know you want to say no ego Brady because when he went to Tampa Bay, that ego came out.
You know why? Because he spent 20 years. I can tell him, oh no, it's because of Belichick's system. He's a system quarterback. And he decided to ball out.
I'm not gonna lie. I did fall into that system thing for a couple of years.
Yes.
But when he went to Tampa Bay, I was like, okay.
Yes. And he came out, good. He balled.
And then McCorkle can't do shit.
and all of a sudden,
Troy Brown. Ugh. Troy, bro, who are these guys?
You see
I feel like they're bagging fries right now. Like, bro, these guys are bagging fries right now.
First of all, I saw Troy Brown at Trader Joe's like 2 weeks ago.
Hey, nah. Let's not get too carried away. I just wanted to really ask this question and get everyone engaged. Like, who like, or is there? But because I think there is the joint union of like a great coach and a great player just being good together.
When you can
Because I think that's
find,
I think that's the Andy Reid equation, right?
yeah,
Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, great together. Andy Reid, Donovan McNabb, great together in both in their primes. Like I think that's what you
when you
need.
can find that balance,
Right.
you know, it's perfect. But the thing is though, like the reason why it didn't work in New England, although it worked for 20 years, so I can't say it didn't work. But
It
the reason
worked
why
because one of them had to take
yeah,
the back seat, and I think Brady took the back seat for
Brady
the
took the
longest.
backseat for so long, and but things though, the more he took the back seat, and that's the thing that goes to show you that, like a lot of times it doesn't help to dim your light, or or swallow your pride. No, seriously, because the more he dim his, listen, the more he was humble about it, or he dim his light, the more Belichick was like, oh, it must be me.
It must be me. Yeah.
I must be the greatest thing that ever happened to football. So therefore, I'm going to continue pat myself on the back. Meanwhile, if he was a better human being,
Tom
like
Brady
what
might
he
still be there.
not only that, but if he was a better human being, he would have been like, you know what, Brady? Like, when he talks to him, he'd be like, listen, he's like, yeah, I know. He's like, yo,
I think Travis Hunter might have a higher ceiling if he picks one side of the ball to play at. And I think
yeah,
personally, I think he should pick the defensive side. But who knows?
yeah.
Wes Welker. Wes Welker dissed Tom Brady. He dissed New England. He went to
Mm-hmm.
he won didn't he win the Super Bowl with the Broncos?
No. When he went
He
to Broncos,
left.
he left, went to
He
Broncos,
left.
played with Peyton, and
Yes.
that's when they got demolished by the Seahawks, 45-8. Yeah,
Yes. Oh,
yeah, and
like
yeah.
Russ cooked, bro. Like that defense cooked, but
Yo,
Russ
bro,
cooked.
bro.
That's all I'm gonna
Same
say.
thing, same thing that happened to Wes Walker. Same thing that happened to what do you call it? Jesus Christ, Eric Decker. Eric
Yes.
Decker in that Super Bowl, bro.
Yes.
He had what you call it? He showed up for one play. And what you call it? Cam Chancellor, tackled him. He disappeared for the rest of the game.
For the
They
rest of
put
the
an
game,
APB out for him. They didn't see him until he got to the Jets the
right.
following season.
Man,
So
let's not get too carried away with this topic. I think it's an
well, we
interesting
did.
topic, and I think it's something that we should pay attention to as the season unfolds because I want to see what happens with Bill Belichick. Okay. Belichick's get credit. Yeah, he's had the Hall of Fame on his defense. Did he have a system?
Okay, here's the thing. I don't like when they say a system made a player. The reason why I don't like saying that is because we've seen guys thrive in some system. Like we've seen a Deion Branch thrive in a system. We've seen a Troy Brown thrive in a system, right? We've seen that happen. Wes Walker thrive in a system, but then we also see immediately, when they leave, either they continue, or they play differently, or they get better, or they don't. So to say that a system make them, a lot of times it's hard to say the system make a player.
But I think
depends on the caliber of player.
For his question, Teddy Bruschi was way better in that New England scheme than because I think there's a thing where you're just you play New England for as long as you've played in. You go to another team, you now have to relearn the scheme. I think you're just that takes a little bit of if you have skill, if you're a skill player, I think it works. You're just great. Like Tom Brady, he may have played in Belichick's offense and Belichick's system, Josh McDaniel's system, but he's just skilled enough that it didn't matter what new offense he had to learn. I'm going to find my best two receivers, and they're always going to have the ball in their hands. Period. That's
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. That's what he did.
And you brought Gronk along for the ride. Come on, man.
Bro. First of all,
Tom Brady said, "I want to win a fucking Super Bowl." That's all he did.
That man say, it don't matter.
Yes. So now that's the next phase of this question is, if I think Ron Rivera is done with Washington after the season, but what happens to Belichick after the season? Does he retire? Does he go front office? Does he go into the media, or does he get another coaching job?
I'm sorry. Get to the media. Go to the media and do what? And talk. You want Belichick in the media talking?
I asked. So you don't think he's going to the media then? So that's it.
Absolutely not.
What do you think happens to him? Because my answer was just go home, be with your wife, unless you hate your wife and kids, on your grandkids.
My brother went to school. My brother went to school with his daughter. He hates his wife and kids.
Okay, so he's
Like,
probably going to still be doing something in football. So you don't think he retires either?
no.
Okay.
Belichick's not retiring, bro. Come on. First of
So
all,
another
you telling
coaching
me
job or front office?
he's gonna be coaching New England after the season, bro.
Oh,
He's gonna be coach for
interesting.
the season in the next season.
Okay.
Like, and when he does leave that, he's gonna be going to front office.
Okay.
Like,
Ooh, the
because
other question is the Steelers head coach. Fuck.
Mike Tomlin.
Yes. What
What
happens to
about
him?
him? First of all, Mike Tomlin has had a winning season every year he's coached the Steelers.
Oh no, Ron Rivera is done with Washington after this season. I don't care. Like Anthony, how do you feel about that?
That's because he likes his dog more than his wife.
No, I think Ron is done after the season. I mean, I don't see Ron getting another season with Washington to do what?
Yeah, but the things are but Mike Tomlin has had a winning season every season he's been in with the Steelers. So
Yeah,
what happens to him?
His two. They had a 8-8 last year. What was it?
They had 9-8 last season.
9-8 last season. Yeah. So
yeah.
they
So which means like as of right now, he's finished better than
Okay, man. Let's move on.
I'm sorry. Wait, what did the comments say? Is running a daycare for
So Anthony, question: you think Ron Rivera stays after the season?
First of all,
like say you guys have a mid-season, right? 9-8. What do you think?
What?
That's for Anthony. That's for Anthony. We're gonna move on.
Oh,
right? We're getting stuck. Because we gotta talk about our picks from last week. We both had Kansas City over Denver. To be honest, that game ended up being a lot closer. I'm granted it was closer at the end of it. Rather, it ended up being a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought, it was going to be like a nice little almost Miami blowout, right? But it wasn't. It was closer than I thought it was.
Kansas City don't have the high power offense, for a blowout like that.
Right.
They don't have it anymore.
You picked Tennessee.
That was stupid.
You also picked Atlanta, so I don't know what you feel about that. You also picked Chicago.
I picked Chicago. Chicago and what?
Minnesota. Because you said there's no Jay Jettas. I remember. Listen, you want me to pull the tape? Because I'm good for that.
I was asking, bro. You have 1,000 screenshots on your phone of our conversations.
Okay. No, this was on the show. I'll pull the tape.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm saying it's fine. I don't need the tape. If you say it, it's fine. I'm sure I picked Chicago.
So Cincinnati has finally won 2 weeks in a row, so I might start picking them again. I picked Seattle, and it was close.
Seattle,
and it was close, and it was closer. It was closer.
Ravens are missing receivers. That's what it is. They're missing receivers. They have
glue on the hands of the receivers. That's what they're missing.
Yeah.
We both picked San Francisco, and I think this is a game we both need to talk about for 1 second. Not a lot of time that we're going to spend on this, but let's talk about this. What happened, Wetson?
First of all, leave me alone, Anthony. But I'm not in my feelings though. Well, it goes to show you that when CMC is not running for 100 to 140 scrimmage yards, when Debo is not catching the football in the backfield, when Brandon Ayuk is not making unbelievable plays, basically when the Niners defense are not stopping or not making doing the majority of the work, then Brad Purdy
is the regular guy. He's Daniel Jones.
Brock Sturdy is a little unstable. Brock Sturdy is a little shaky.
He's Brock not so sturdy. Like
he's a little shaky. He's a little bright.
That's why I took his Tims, bro. Like he's not sturdy,
bro. Like yeah. So
sturdy getting the rain and melt like the wind.
Yo. So
refs, that could be a thing. We've been seeing a lot of refs giving the games out this season. So
no, Brandon Ayuk is not top tier wide receiver. He's not.
No, and this is what I don't want to say. I don't want to keep catching myself saying this, but I think he's thriving right now in the system he's in. With CMC taking a lot of eyes away from you, with Debo taking a lot of eyes, with you have George Kittle. Like, you just are blessed to be inside of that ecosystem.
I want to use that example. Like exactly what you just said, because it's like watching the Avengers and say, "Oh, Hawkeye's actually a really good superhero." He's like, "Of course he looks good because nobody's paying attention to him." You worry about Iron Man and a Hulk and Thor. Meanwhile, the guy catching with a bow and arrow is like, "Oh, look at him! He's so good with that bow and arrow!" Like, so it's like, of course,
that's true. That's true,
bro. So that's what he looks like. Brandon Ayuk looks,
not Hulk,
good,
Thor, and Iron Man.
Bro,
I'm not going to blame the kicker because
No. I agree.
We had this conversation
I agree
already.
with this one.
I'm not going to blame the kicker.
No. I mean, I had this conversation with Mo.
I don't blame the kicker. I don't blame kickers for anything. Kickers, bro. Historically, kickers have always not historically, but there was a season in the NFL where there was every week when the game was on the line. I don't remember it was like maybe 3-4 seasons ago. The game was on the line every week. Every kicker missed.
Was the season when they pushed the extra point back.
Yes,
that's what it was. No, I'm saying no, Anthony. That's the point I was making. I was saying that's the point I was making. Nobody cares about him, so of course he looks good.
To answer your question, Drunk, myself and Roy will be getting back to those. We also just finished the Soka, mid Soka, whatever, but we'll be getting into the Hawkeye Loki in a little. I think the next episode is tomorrow, so we're gonna do a double header for that one. But no, I'm not gonna blame the kicker because that season, every kicker when the game was on the line. I know moving past that season, it's been like if your game is on the line, you give the kicker the ball.
Here's why I hate that logic, bro. Here's why I hate that logic, bro.
All right.
Being a kicker is a position on the team, yes?
Yes, and you have one job.
Okay. You have one job, yes?
Correct.
You're not passing the ball. Mm-hmm. You're not on special team. Mm-hmm. You're not on defense.
Right.
Your job is to kick the ball, right? You get paid for that job, yes?
Correct.
Great. So you're telling me that, when guys, when a guy has to figure out, when a guy, a quarterback, has to figure out how to get 60 yards down the field because, a defensive guy, had a holding penalty that pushed him back 10 yards after having the ball on the 15-yard line. Now he's still at his 5-yard line. He has to go 65 yards to get to the field, to get to field goal position. Your one job is to kick the ball. But you're like, I can't blame him because he's just a kicker. No, it's his job. Your job is to kick the ball. You literally have one job. Do the damn job.
Things happen. Players miss. I mean,
but you literally have one job.
Tipped interceptions happen. Missed blocks happen. Missed assignments happen. Missed tackles.
When it happen, we blame the people who's responsible. So if a kicker missed field goal, he's responsible. Nobody tipped it.
Kickers miss field goals all the time, but it's whatever. All right, moving on because we're getting stuck again. Let's go. We both picked Miami over
Carolina.
That was an easy one. Bags.
I'm sorry. Hold on. You picked. Who did you pick?
Because God hates the Colts. I picked.
No. 10 point in Detroit. Who did you pick? I'm sorry. Are you stuck? Is he frozen?
Tampa Bay.
Oh, okay.
I think I might have been frozen.
You were frozen, yeah. Okay.
I'm back.
Nope, you're still frozen. You're in and out. Now you're good.
All right, let's do this.
Thank you, Anthony. All you do is just kicking. All you do is kicking. That's it. Like that's literally your one job, but somehow you go out.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Wow, I missed 1 second. Now y'all gonna start doing me like this.
First of all, bro, First of all, I was in Portland 1 week and I had hotel Wi-Fi and a headset.
Oh, they
and
dragged
these
you for
guys
that.
cooked
They
me.
yeah, they
Yo,
cooked
they
you. You
cooked
got
me
cooked.
the
You
entire
got cooked.
episode. Okay.
Yeah, you got cooked. My bad. It's cool. I guess I deserve the cooking. So I had Tampa Bay, and I thought, I don't know why I did that. I picked the Jags because God hates the Colts. You had you had New Orleans. I had Houston. I mean, why
I'm
would
not.
you do that to yourself?
I'm not picking New Orleans anymore. I need them to win 2 in a row before I pick them again.
We both had Vegas. We
Duh.
both picked the Rams.
Yeah.
We both picked the Rams. We both had Philly. That's the other game I wanted to talk about. So, but this is this is this is good. This is the reason why I think it's a hiccup. And people have been dragging the Eagles for, they lost the game, so they deserve to be dragged. I think it's a hiccup. But the other part of what everyone is missing, which is, again, when I want to bring up that San Francisco game, is that Cleveland's defense is elite. People are sleeping on the Browns defense because they're the Browns, right? You understand that? Same reason as people sleeping on the Jets defense because they're the Jets. Mind you, this is the team that beat in week 1 after they lost their quarterback, one Joshua Trevor Allen II. This is the team that took Patrick Mahomes all the way down to the end of a game. You feel me? This is the team that beat Denver. Granted, Denver is who Denver is, but this is that same team. But no one is talking about how this defense is sneakily becoming one of the best defenses in the league today. So, how do you feel about that?
I mean, the defense, we expect it to be good. The defense, Deshaun didn't finesse them. They were stupid.
They were dumb. That was dumb.
They were stupid. They give Deshaun Watson $20-30 million. That was
money
stupid
they shouldn't have given him. And then he's missed 2 games just because. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Like, so
no.
I don't want to hear
Don't get stuck. Philly.
No, hold on. Okay.
So question
Philly,
before you answer that question. Is Philly overrated, or is that Jets defense just rated right?
I've said this to you before, and I will say it again. 2 things can be true.
You think Philly's overrated?
Yes. Have you seen the games? Have you seen the games? They've been playing this season. Have they looked fluid and fluent? Have they looked like like a scary team?
I still think
they find ways to win games.
It's 6 games into the season, bro. Let's relax. I think they're gonna hit this right.
It takes
sometimes. Let me say one thing. It takes one game like this for you to hold on. We are the Philadelphia Eagles, bro. We just went to the Super Bowl. It takes one game to find your identity again, and I think this is that game for them.
But the things though, there's also a double-edged sword in every single possibility. The same way it takes one game like that. Sometimes only 6-1 game, and the things though, you say 6-1 game, but other teams could watch those stretch 6 games and be like, yo, even though they still manage to find ways to win, this team, we see some cracks, it's like we see some cracks on the team. We see some cracks on their defense because the defense don't look as scary as it used to. Their offense, is not as fluid as it was last year. So again, 2 things can be true, and because the Jets defense is properly rated, they are as good as we think they are. Their offense is or the ones that's anemic, but like Philly is actually overrated. If you look at them, bro, they've been overrated for some time now, to be honest.
Okay, and that's fine. Yeah. Let's just wait. I'll give it 3 more weeks before I answer that question.
Bro, 3 more weeks. 3 more
I know.
Weeks. We're looking at week 10, bro. Like 3 more weeks, bro. Like
3 more weeks where you have 7 more weeks to the end of the season. That's just for me.
You see what I'm saying? Because the NFL season
am I freezing?
17 weeks.
Am I freezing?
No,
freezing?
You're good. No, you're good.
Okay. Well, reason is because this came up. And then this comment right here. Okay, and then the last 2 games were Buffalo. Can we talk about that Buffalo game? Because again, is one Joshua Trevor Allen overrated? Or
We
is the
said this in
Giants
the
defense?
we said this in the beginning of the season. Trevor Allen is overrated, and he looks like he finds ways to lose games every single time. So, yeah,
Because he almost found a way to lose that game. And
yeah,
with maybe a questionable call from the refs, we could have been looking at a Giants win, tie, win, whatever.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's been a
So,
lot of like questionable games. And I think the Dallas Cowboys bounced back from a horrible.
and they also almost lost that game too. So
Right, all right. Josh Allen's
wow.
that's one for Anthony, bro.
Anthony's violent, bro.
See, Josh Allen. No. I'm not saying he's bad. I just think he's a little overrated, just a little. He's not
He
the
is.
white savior everyone. He's not the savior of the quarterback position that everyone thought. I don't think. Well, personally, to me, not to me. I just think, like the savior of the quarterback position is in Kansas City. If we're being honest.
Well,
But
first of
yeah,
all, he's not the savior of the quarterback position. He's the next. He's next one of God's favorite. Like that's all.
true. Anyways, let's move to week 7. Again, I'm gonna remind everybody, and not just Wedson, but I will call out Wedson.
Okay. While I'm here, let me go on YouTube and find the link again because I can't remember my login.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask everyone again, Anthony and Drunk, please, pool host. Jason and Josh are the same player without the running. Exactly. I'm gonna remind everyone again, pool host, a way for you guys to join in with the picks with us, and easier for me to tabulate, and it works better. So down in the description box, you're gonna find that. Said look at the tape. They're having fun in the comments today. But yeah, let's we've already, man, this is an hour already into the show. Let's no, not pool holes, not Albert, pool host. So let's run real quick. Let's run through these picks real quick. Thursday night football, Jacksonville, New Orleans.
Jacksonville, New Orleans.
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Okay. Yeah, as long as I used to feel bad for Derek Carr, and I used to think like a lot of the things were in his fault, but no, get that man out of get him out of the fucking NFL, bro. He's trash. Vegas at Chicago. This is probably a good game because can Chicago win this and say we're not as bad as everyone thinks we are? I mean, because they did put up 40, so against the Washington Commanders. Like, I'm going Chicago.
I'm gonna go
I think I'll pick Chicago. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but I'm gonna go.
Chicago has led me astray the last two weeks, so I'm gonna go Vegas. Did Mo freeze again? Man.
Go Chicago. Buffalo.
Mo, did you freeze again? Yeah, Mo froze again. All right. So let's see. We got Buffalo and New England. Oh, that's easy. We're gonna go Buffalo here. Oh, you back? Oh, you still frozen. Okay, cool. Buffalo and New England. New England sucked this season, bro. Like they can't find a way to win nothing. Okay, so New England suck. Washington are Giants. I feel like it's gonna be a terrible game because both teams suck.
I think I did.
Okay. Let's see. I missed a week too late for me to catch up with the money line. No. Drunk, we can still hit the money line tonight. Bro, that's what happened. All the money went towards the new car.
I'm being dragged. I'm being dragged, and I'm not even here to defend myself. Oh my god.
Bro, when I was being dragged, my Wi-Fi was too bad for me to even notice.
Oh, Anthony, let me see if I can get a new just hold on real quick. I'm gonna get that pool host for you guys real quick.
Christ.
Weston, how far did you get?
I got
Weston, how far did you get into the picks?
I got to Baltimore actually, so
dang, you got far.
So, bro, because I was just talking at some point because first of all, bro, look at this list right here. Off rip, which one's the most mid game you could see?
A bunch of them, bro. Let me see.
But I'm saying, which was the most mid game, bro? The most mid game. There's one. There's the right answer.
The most mid game. Pittsburgh and the Rams.
Nope.
Atlanta and Tampa Bay. No.
The right answer is Washington at New York Giants. That is a mid-ass game.
I don't know. I like Washington to win that game. Who'd you have?
I'm gonna go Giants, but that's literally like just a toss-up. So,
and then you said Atlanta and Tampa Bay. Who'd you got? I'm still going Tampa, bro.
Atlanta has disappointed me the last 2 seasons, so I'm gonna go Tampa on this one. And
Detroit at Baltimore. That's a good one.
Like this one. I'm going Detroit. I know you love Baltimore.
Yeah, you already know, man. You already know.
Yeah, you're gonna go Baltimore, but I'm gonna go. Okay. So John got Arizona, Green Bay. Okay. So I got Detroit. I got Rams. I got Rams over Pittsburgh. I got Seattle over Arizona. Mo, did you know that the link is not working?
Yeah, my bad. I'm about to get y'all.
Okay. Yeah, but okay. So what do you got? Pittsburgh and Rams.
Where we at? Edit.
You pick Baltimore. So Rams and Steelers. Who you got?
Shit. Rams and Steelers. Fuck. I got the Rams.
Yeah, me too. I got Rams.
If you're watching,
I got Seahawks.
I just threw the link in the comments. I don't know if you guys can take it that way. You said you got Seahawks?
Yeah.
Dang. Me getting booted off the show. Now I don't even know where we at.
I just told you, bro.
You said you got the Rams as well?
Yeah.
And then you said Seahawks against Arizona? Yeah. Okay, we both got Seahawks. Green Bay at Denver. That is the mid game. That is the mid game for me. Weston, if you look in the comments, you're gonna see the link.
Yeah, I'm on there right now. I'm actually I'm trying to see how I could do the
copy
pick.
And paste.
Oh, week 7 picks. Okay, cool.
Yeah, there you go.
I see.
And then
Denver,
Green Bay.
Okay, Green Bay at Denver. Oh, jeez, I don't like this one.
I'm picking Denver.
I'm gonna go Denver just because I think they're at home. Maybe that's an advantage.
Might be.
Yeah.
Kansas.
And I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm not gonna get fancy with these picks. I'm gonna get creative. I'm gonna go Kansas City. I just trust it more.
Chargers.
And I'm gonna go Miami. Ooh,
Yep.
Miami, Philly, Sunday night. That's a nice game. Wait, am I gonna be in town Sunday? I wonder if I want to go to that game.
You trying to go to Philly?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
We can go to Philly.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look it up right after this. I'm gonna look
let's
up
let's go to Philly.
All right,
let's go to Philly. Let's go to Philly.
Right.
I love it. So are we picking that game, or are we just gonna leave it because we're gonna be there, and then we'll just go ahead and pick Monday night game?
Oh no, I'm still gonna pick. I'm still gonna pick.
Minnesota to
Like I'm gonna go Miami. Because I told you Philly looked shaky to me.
I want to go Philly so bad. I want to go Philly so bad. I want to go Philly. I'm just gonna go Miami.
Just so
I
you
think
know,
that's a safe pick.
just so you know, when I'm there at the stadium, I'm rooting for Philly, okay? Because I don't trust Philadelphia fans.
Yeah, we might get our ass kicked. I should wear my Terry McLaurin jersey. I should wear my Terry McLaurin jersey. Thank the Lord, the Bears are. I don't want Justin Trash. Nah, the Bears are playing.
No,
am I
but
bugging?
do you see?
Yeah,
the Bears are playing.
Yeah, the Bears are playing.
On, Sunday at 1.
And then
you saw a Jones comment.
Like you ever do. He's not wrong. He's out of line, but he's not wrong.
I've picked just off. All right.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. Minnesota, San Francisco. I got Minnesota. I don't care.
You going with
Kirk Cousins? Yeah.
Over sturdy Purdy?
He's not so sturdy, man. He looks shaky to me too. I don't know.
CMC's gonna miss. Is not playing also.
Yeah. So we already know.
Is Jay Jettis playing?
No, I think he's out for another week.
But
they still got studs at receivers, bro. I don't care what anyone says. I knew you were gonna go San Francisco.
I'm gonna go San Francisco.
All right. Well, that's the picks for the week. We both got the Jags. I got Chicago. You got Vegas. We both got the Bills. I got Washington. You got the Giants. We both got Tampa. I got Baltimore. You got Detroit. We both got the Rams, Seahawks, Denver, Kansas City, Miami. I got Minnesota. You got San Francisco. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yo.
Hey yo, so Anthony, let me walk you through it. So you go to pool, you go to picks, right? It is if you're on your phone, if you click on your name, there's a drop down menu, and then you just go to picks, and then you're gonna be able to make your picks for the week on that. So, oh my god, that was fucking hilarious. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. We could. I don't.
We'll have to write. I have to write it in.
You don't have to write. You just click the picks, bro. Like, are we all not smart today? Like, well, you make smart picks, Wetson, according to Drunk.
No, but
question.
I usually try to, but
are we gonna do the money the money line?
Yeah. Let's do it. It's gonna be quick, bro.
All right, so we're gonna do.
We need 4 games, bro.
We need 4 games. All right, just give me 1 second. Let me pull
up
my handy dandy. Thursday night, Monday night, Sunday night, and then what is it?
Monday night.
Yeah, Thursday night, Monday night, Sunday night. So Thursday night, Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Thursday night, Jacksonville. Okay. Now this nigga said, hold on 1 second. As soon as I pull it up, can't. Let me look at it, Anthony. I'm gonna be looking at it on my phone as well. So just give me 1 second. Let me see.
All right. So, what's it looking like for Thursday night? What's the numbers looking like?
Thursday night, Jacksonville, New Orleans. Spread is -1, +1. -1, Jacksonville, +1, New Orleans. Money line is -115. Jacksonville, -105. New Orleans, and the odds are over under 42.5.
What is it, Jackson? I'm gonna take the under.
Anthony, if you click menu, you should be able to see. Let me see. Can you see my phone, Watson?
No.
Yeah, if you click menu, you can get to see my pools, and you can get to see the pools you're on. You click the pool you're on. You tap that. What's wrong with this? And then, there's 4 people on here. Anthony's on there twice. You to make your picks, you hit menu again. Yeah, there you go. You hit menu again, and then you see picks, and then you're able to make your picks for the week on there. All right. So what do you have for Jacksonville? Thursday night game. What do you have for Thursday night game?
I have the under.
You don't
I
think
have the
they're gonna
under.
hit 42.5? Who you got? Oh, we both picked the Jags and you picked under.
Yeah.
I think they hit it. So I'm gonna go over.
You gonna go over?
Yeah. I like the over and I like the
Yeah.
money line.
Okay.
So we're gonna pick one game on Sunday, and I think the game I like. We saw a game earlier, and we said Cleveland Browns. Wait, we didn't pick the Cleveland Browns in the Indianapolis game.
Did we?
I don't think we did.
Oh snap. I got Cleveland because God hates the Colts.
Yeah, I got the Browns as well. Let me see. How about the Commanders versus the Giants? Wait, that's Commanders at Giants?
Wait.
Hold on, let me see.
MetLife instead?
Yeah, it's Commanders at Giants, and I get to wear my Terry McLaurin jersey. Let's go. Let's do that one.
Hold on.
That's a good birthday present for me. Because my birthday is on Wednesday. So yeah, let's do that one. So let's also pick that game because we are gonna be at that game. The spread is 2.5. 2.5 negative 2.5 Commanders. New York Giants got the plus. Money line is 135. New York Giants got the plus 115. Over under is 41.5. What you got? I like the money line for the Commanders.
I picked the Giants, so we see the over under is how much?
41.5.
I'm gonna take the over for that one.
I'm just gonna stay at the money line there. So Sunday night. Oh, this is a really fucking good Sunday night game. Dang, I'm gonna start at the over under for that one. It's 52.5. Okay, the money line is 125.
Wait, who's playing Sunday night? Sunday night.
Sunday night is the Dolphins and the Eagles.
62 is
52,
over under
52.5. Yeah,
I'm still taking the over.
You're taking the over?
I'm taking the over, bro. First of all, Miami's the fastest team in the NFL, bro. They can put up points. And the Eagles, bro, if the Eagles could
play
put up,
how they're supposed to play, they can put up.
They
points
could
as well.
put up 24 to 28 points.
Yeah,
You said Miami can put up 24.
I like the over for that one as well.
I like the over for that game, bro. The over in the money line.
Yeah, the over in the money line for me.
Yeah.
And the money line would be 125. Miami. Okay.
Yeah. Did you pick Miami for that game? Or
we both went Miami.
Okay.
It hurts for me to pick Miami, but I went Miami as well.
Yeah. Oh, I sent you a link to see to see the tickets.
All right, bet. Minnesota and San Francisco for the
Monday night game.
The point spread. Oof, 7.5.
7.5?
Yes.
I'm not taking the spread. I'm not touching that spread.
I like this spread. I picked the Vikings and I like the spread.
7.5?
Yes.
Over Niners defense?
I like the spread, bro.
No Jay Jettas?
I like the spread.
Mo.
I know.
Are you doing public school math again?
I already picked Minnesota, so I'm going to just go ahead and just keep going with that. The over-under is 45. I like the under as well. So I'm going spread and under. Yeah.
Okay.
The money line is 370. The Vikings got the plus at 285. What do you have?
Yeah, I'm taking I don't like the spread.
Okay, so you're going money line?
Yeah, I'm going money line.
Okay, and that's it? You don't like the over under?
It's
45.
45.
Yeah.
I
think because McCaffrey and Samuel are both might not play.
And No McCaffrey, no Samuel, no Jay Jettas. Like
no Jay Jettas, yeah.
I don't trust the over on that one.
Man, that's why I'm taking that spread, bro. It's just 7.5. Like, honestly, what's that? A touchdown and a field goal?
Bro, either way, that's a two score.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which means you're gonna score over.
Listen, he might be onto something. Let me cook. But yeah, I like that spread for Minnesota, and I'm taking that. So we got our bets for the week. Thank you very much, Anthony. Thank you very much, Drunk. I really appreciate you guys having fun in the comments today. This was a fun show. I like doing the show every week. We didn't do this one on Tuesday. We did this on Wednesday. Thank you for watching. Please click the subscribe button. Follow us on social media.
And share.
Man. Just share. Yeah, also share that link. Share that link for the pool hosting. Let's try to get as many people involved as possible. Again, this, we just started it late in the year. Maybe next year we might be looking, but I mean, obviously me and Wetson have our picks together, but so one of us is gonna win the belt, me. And maybe next year we might be shipping that belt to one of you guys. So thank you again.
You pick with your stomach and you're on a diet. Your stomach lies to you, bro.
All right, bro. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you next week for another interesting show. Peace.
Play ball.
There you go.
There it is.
There's the winner.
Back.
Look at that.
Back. Gone. We have a jam.
Showdown.
Yankees 12, Red Sox 11.
He's gone. He couldn't go off